Greetings, Solar Empire. It is me, Katrina, like the hurricane. And it's been a little while since I've just sort of had like a little vlog thing about stuff that's just happening and stuff. Still haven't quite gotten my laptop to a state where I can actually do much artwork on it yet. I still have to track down like some kind of cheap-ass burnable DVD or something like that. And yeah, burn on a decent Linux distro that I can enjoy onto that. I enjoy Fedora. I understand people talk about how like Gentoo is like the ultimate Linux distro. Only if you want the ultimate at failing. Oh god. It's got Ubuntu on it right now. I hate the Debian package system or style things, particularly with apt. Because Debian gets away with it because it's Amish Linux. Let's raise a barn is pretty much what you look at anybody that runs Debian a decent amount. There's nothing wrong with that. Having legacy packages as your main thing, is actually kind of a good way to do things. I kind of like Amish Linux. Not for anything I want to use, because unfortunately the apt and deb package management system tends to be it's generally what happens is you end up having your system no longer function because the packages cannot be upgraded or downgraded. You got just so many conflicts going on. It's like the longer you're running a Debian package system is pretty much you're getting closer and closer to having to reinstall like the entire system because the package system has just been like, yeah, you know what? I got Alzheimer's now, or something. I don't know, or maybe schizophrenic. Yeah, schizophrenic package management. Which, okay, Ubuntu was good when it was like, a system you could run on an older computer, so they don't have to purchase much into it, and have people sort of like, oh, hey, this is what Linux is, and I don't have to be a genius to sort of get run it or, work it. Which was good until Canicle's all like, hey, them smartphones, they're getting a lot of business. Let's make Ubuntu look like a smartphone. We're not going to have it actually be able to run on a smartphone. No. You're going to have to, pretty latest hardware or whatnot. Like, you're going to have it pretty recent, right up there with, the newer stuff. But, I mean, as much as people would like to think, a smartphone has about as much hardware as a decent laptop or, decent desktop. Ow! So, yeah, Ubuntu was a decent option at one point, but with that whole Unity bullshit that they did, I mean, yeah, that kind of is where it kind of, ultimately went bad. I mean, it just Canicle's all full of, terrible, terrible decisions. And Ubuntu's LXDE is kind of like, a desktop environment where it's like, we want to not use a lot of resources. How are we going to have it not use a lot of resources? I know. Let's remove a bunch of functionality from it. Yes, that sounds like an idea. Remove all the functionality, then you don't have any resources used. And that's how I feel about LXDE. You got a bunch of software that barely fucking works, barely does, what you need it to do. It's got maybe a couple features or whatnot. And let's be honest, the reason GNOME and KDE take up so much resources is not because they're well programmed. No, seriously, it's not like there's nowhere you can actually go in and possibly go, wait a second, if we change and alter this, we might actually have it run a bit quicker. Dude, it's all over the place with KDE and GNOME's source base. I mean, GNOME, it's because Canicle has kind of made Unity its thing and doesn't do upstream patching that well, and oh dear sweet Merciless, that's with KDE, it's because the documentation was kind of terrible for the KDE 4 stages because it was brought out of alpha artificially too quickly by, again, Canonical. They're doing such wonderful things for the Linux world. Can't you just love them? With your hands around their neck. No, they'd probably get off on that. So it's, I mean, KDE5's coming out, and what I'm seeing from that seems to be not that bad. Like, they're trying to fix a few things that they're trying to have work in KDE4, but never actually got implemented. Because part of how the KDE4 platform's supposed to be is you're supposed to be able to run it on top of either Qt4 or Qt3 or GTK, or have it, like, compatible with those libraries-ish. That never actually became a thing. Like, KDE4 is supposed to be this framework engine thing that you could pretty much write something for KDE4, then have it ported to, like, any sort of, like, graphical user base environment from that. That didn't pan out. And so KDE5, they're pretty much taking it again, and there's going to be a lot of incompatibilities because it's like a major version shift, which I'm kind of excited about. All the incompatibilities. How many fires do computers get set on? And the idea is right from the start, base it on the notion of being able to have KDE4 layered on top of Curses, GTK, WinAPI, where the fuck Windows 8 is using, because I hope they're not still using WinAPI these days. Please. Microsoft, please. You gotta have something there. Like, I know you're doing like a lot of DirectX and ActiveX and all the X's. All of them. Except for maybe X11. But it's like, ugh. Like, making windowing applications in Windows is one of those things where you get some other library to do it for you. Hey, that guy over there wrote a windowing application we can use for Windows. Or windowing library for we can use for Windows. That's not WinAPI. I love them so much. I'm going to name my first child after them. That's pretty much what it was for a little bit. I haven't used Windows in, like, properly for, like, 10 years now. Actually, it's getting closer to 15. So I don't know. Maybe somebody's finally replaced WinAPI. If they haven't, what the... Why? That should have been gone, like, before I kind of stopped using Windows. That should have been gone before, like, Windows was even a thing. I was just like, why? But yeah, so I haven't quite got the computer running, because I kind of like how Fedora's Yum and, like, Yum handles this packaging type system. It's, oh my god, it's actually surprisingly well designed for a Linux system. I know. They didn't just cudgel shit together and hope it works sitting out the door. I'm having issues processing that Fedora. That's why you're awesome. I mean, they even, like, have the Fedora project. They have, like, this decent documentation. It's, like, how they have... Seriously, I'm kind of half to orgasm here. Like, somebody kiss me. But yeah, so I haven't quite got that running on the system. I don't want to do too much on it because Ubuntu is notorious for... So, and because I'm doing the DVD rather than like the sort of CD thing, or I have to burn a disc rather than a thumb drive, because I don't know why it is, but anytime I try to do the DVD install on Fedora on a thumb drive, it tells me all the bad sectors. And I'm just like, I'm guessing it's part of how it's used as a bit of a hack to get past EFI and actually have it boot up as a DVD, which DVDs are not really meant to design to do that quite as much as CDs are. Technical stuff that I haven't actually properly looked into, but I understand gets in the way of thumb drive booting for some reason. Lots of technical stuff. All of the technical stuff. No, not really. So, I haven't gotten quite that going there. I do have some stuff on this camera that I should probably unload somewhere, but I'm scared of putting it on there, because then I'll probably lose it. I also have the recording me talking about the Triage Valentine's Day incident that I have to upload. I might actually re-record it so it's cleaner. And I've also been sketchbooking stuff, particularly... This beautiful project. Yes. It started off as, like, you know, kind of still is an homage to Poju. One of the first decent transgender or, like, you know, trap porn artists in Japan that I'm aware of. Maybe there's decent trap porn in, like, the 90s or, like, 80s. I have yet to find it. But it's probably there somewhere. Wait, actually, Japanese porn from the 80s, but like anime porn. We're gonna go on that one. Well, yeah, it's. I mean, there's more stuff there. There's better stuff. There's stuff with like people not as quite as ickily underage. Icky. Ugh. But Pojo did that decision because that's pretty much before puberty sets. Yeah, the idea for that. But yeah, it's kind of sort of thing like that. And also, it's because people tend to freak out when you have Zero in a bikini. He's got the boobs. Why the hell not? You could totally work a bikini. You can work a bikini better than like most girls. That's why I'm putting him in that. And apparently being tentacle raped by a launch octopus. Yeah. And at the same time, it's... I don't know why people do like these sort of... whatever the hell that sort of... man candy project uncovers thing is for like comic books is or whatnot. I don't understand it because it looks like enough of my porn collection that keeps saved on my hard drive. What are you trying to accomplish here again? Women's rights? With making more porn? How? What? That doesn't seem like a well thought out plan. And then people inform me, no, this is like to show men how they get sort of... I'm like, oh. I've known artists that have been doing that for like a decade now. They're one of the most well-read porn artists on the internet. I could share you a few links. I can give you a few sort of like, comic books or whatnot of that. And then they just like act like I'm the worst person fucking ever. Because at that point, I am. But yeah, I'm gonna start redoing up like, Mega Man X type stuff. In like, Pojo type style or whatnot. And you can see I've got the practice sketches going somewhere with that. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to bring a tear to the eye. I cry. Anyway, Solar Empire, I think I've gone well beyond like 10, 15, 20, 2 years on this video. So I'm just going to have it upload here while I go off, eat some food. Like the skinny fucking bitch I am. No, wait. Do skinny bitches eat? No, we don't. Breaking stereotypes already. So it's, yeah. And I'm going to just have this uploaded while I'm doing that. I'll probably sketchbook some more stuff. Let you know what's going on in my life. Also, apparently YouTube says stuff are like, even if it's made public, it's not actually made public until it's fully processed. I'm going to test this with this video. And I want you to complain to my fucking crotch down here. Okay. Yell angrily at my crotch. Angrily! About how it's not working because it hasn't processed yet, and YouTube being a complete little idiot about it.